And hello everyone, welcome back to The Decap. Now today we will have another ranking the top 10 blank, but today we will be doing college coaches. But before we begin, I would like to say that today I will be joined with a very special guest, a fellow basketball fan, Brian West.
Hey Donovan, nice to be here today with you.
Okay. So let's start with honorable mentions. We're going to be having the same list, but we're just going to be talking about the coaches. So our honorable mention is Lute Olson. Now, he's most known for being the inventor of Arizona basketball. He created it to where it is today. And anything to add?
Inventor of Arizona basketball? I think Naismith is the inventor. Lute, he didn't invent nothing. He taught Arizona to at least win.
Okay, so Lute Olson, honorable mention. Now, number 10 is Syracuse legend Jim Boeheim. Now, he won a national championship, and he had 944 wins. But he would be a lot higher, but he had, I think it was 101 wins discounted or disqualified because he did cheat, and he had some violations. So, number 10, he could be higher, but he did cheat. His Syracuse program isn't that clean.
I've actually got him going lower, not higher. I grew up in Binghamton, 60 miles south of Syracuse. And in Binghamton, you know what we call him? We call him Crybaby Boeheim. He has no character, he's a whiner, and doesn't deserve to be on the top 10.
Okay, well, he is on the top 10, though. And number 9, we have Phog Allen with 590 wins, which is the most in Kansas history. And 590 isn't a lot when you compare that number to some current. But in the modern era, it's a lot of wins. 590, or not in his era, it was a lot of wins. In the modern, it wasn't. But yeah, and Phog Allen does have 3 championships, and he was the first great coach. But yeah, Phog Allen, number 9, makes sense. Anything, Dad?
Well, with no disrespect, who named you? And by the way, if you're going to name him Phog, why not an F? What's this whole PH stuff?
Well, Phog Allen, number 9, despite the name, he is still number 9. Now, number 8, we have Jim Calhoun, who had 873 wins, 3 championships, and reached the Final Four 4 times, obviously, as a UConn coach. Great coach. Number 8. I don't think you can really put him any higher, maybe 6 or 7, but he's not like an all-time coach. But he's an all-time. He's just not one of the best. Well, he is one of the best, but he's not 1 or 2. He is 8, though, which makes sense. So, Jim Calhoun, number 8. And Dad?
You know, UConn basketball is all about one word. Gino, coach of the women's team at UConn. The boys' team, the men's team is second rate. It's the women's team. It is Gino. Sorry, Jim.
Now, number 7, we have Tom Izzo from Michigan State. He is the winningest coach at MSU. He took that spot from Judd Heathcote. He has 6 Final Fours, 1 championship, and he has 22 tournaments in a row. Obviously, he's consistent from that number every year, making the NCAA tournament, and just every year leads a great MSU team. Anything to add?
Tom takes us to those Final Fours and gets us all excited, and then they flop. And, you know, that whole getting wrapped up in the victims and having to talk about the victims for an entire season just didn't sit well with me. But I like the fact that he wins. He's got to work on the branding. Looking for another championship in 2021.
Let's go. Number 6, we have Roy Williams from MSU. Or not from UNC with 885 wins, 3 championships, 9 Final Fours. Roy is a legendary coach. Obviously, he's current, so he could get a couple more accolades. Obviously, it looks like he's not going to win any more national championships. As I don't think really. Well, maybe he will, but it definitely is nearing the end of his career. But Roy Williams, number 6, definitely high, great coach. Let's see if he can get any higher. Anything to add?
2 numbers for poor Roy. 14 and 19. This past season's record, losing record. They had that one good game against Duke. Took it, I think, to overtime or double overtime. 14 and 19 was their record. Yeah, exactly. UNC fans don't recognize the win record, their win number being lower than the loss number. 14-19. Sorry, Roy. Time to hang up the shoes.
Now, number 5, we have Adolf Rupp with 876 wins, 4 championships, 6 Final Fours, and obviously he has the Kentucky court named after him, being Rupp Arena. Great coach. He was a little older, so some people might not know who he is, but he is a legend in the sport of college basketball, and number 5 definitely seems right for him. Anything to add?
No disrespect, but anyone named Adolf, I'm just turned off by.
Okay. And Adolf, number 5. Now, number 4, we have Dean Smith, another UNC coach, with 2 championships, 11 Final Fours. So that's not really a good number, going to 11 Final Fours and only 2 championships. But still 2 championships, 879 wins, which is a lot. Dean Smith, he's a great coach. Obviously, Coach Michael Jordan kind of mentored him to be what he is today. But number 4 seems right for him.
Ran a clean program. High graduation rate, but my God, the 4 corners defense, the 4 corners offense, where you sit there and pass. I mean, it couldn't be more boring. I mean, but I guess thank God, because of him, we have a shot clock.
So, Dean Smith, number 4. Now, number 3, we have Bobby Knight, the Indiana legendary coach, with 763 wins and 3 championships. He's a great coach. Obviously, people said he was a little too harsh, but still, he was a great coach, and number 3 seems right for him.
Temper, Bobby. You can't be throwing chairs in the court. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Bobby Knight, number 3. Now, the top 2 are definitely, I would say everyone would have these as their top 2. Maybe Bobby Knight, 1 or 2. But number 2, we have Mike Krzyzewski. What is it?
Krzyzewski. Which, by the way, let me just jump right into it. Definitely on this list for the number 1 hardest name to spell, followed by a good old Fog. But, Mike, we all know you dye the hair. We all know that you paid off Zion, and you probably pay out lots of players. Not sure you run the cleanest program, but hey, 1,000 wins, some level of respect.
So Coach K, obviously, he has 5 championships, which is a great number. 1,059 wins, which is just going to keep growing. Maybe he can get another championship. Coach K, a legendary coach, created Duke basketball, basically. So Coach K, number 2. But I think number 1 definitely goes to John Wooden with Coach K at 2, but John Wooden at 1. Obviously, John Wooden with 10 championships. Obviously, he probably had the best college basketball player to ever play college with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Lou Alcindor, and he also had players like Bill Walton. But John Wooden, 10 championships, 620 wins. I definitely think you have to put him number 1. You have to value winning in college basketball, and he is definitely a winner. Anything to add?
The Wizard. Nothing but respect, nothing but humility, and what I like about the Wizard was that not only was he a leader on the court and with his teams, he wrote about leadership principles that I read to this day in my everyday life. Thank you, Wizard.
So, John Wooden, number 1. Now, I'll go over the top 10. 1, John Wooden. 2, Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski.
You still can't say that.
I don't know.
Just say Coach K.
Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski. 3, Bobby Knight. 4, Dean Smith. 5, Adolf Rupp. 6, Roy Williams. 7, Tom Izzo. 8, Jim Calhoun. 9, Fog Allen with a PH. 10, Jim Boeheim with an honorable mention of Lute Olson. Now, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you come back and watch more. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button.
Thank you so much for having me, Donovan. It's been a lot of fun, and I would be happy to come back anytime.
Okay, well, I'd be happy to have you back anytime. Everyone, thank you so much for watching, and peace.